Insights number 22. The mind, through focus, can find objects, ideas, and other phenomena that are similar to be quite intriguing. The mind, through focus, can find various things that are vaguely related or totally unrelated intriguing. So the key here, the key factor is focus. The mind, through its focus, can find objects, ideas, people, whatever, that are similar to be quite intriguing. So it's comparing. The mind is comparing two different objects, two different people, objects and people, ideas and people, ideas and objects, different things. Different things that are similar in some way to be intriguing. It could be fascinated by it. It goes, oh. For example, a woman is walking by with blonde hair with a dog that is similar to her hair color. They go, people note that. They notice that. They go, oh. They say, wow, she's just like her dog, or the dog is just like her. Another one is, let's take the dog example again. Often you might see people who their dogs look like themselves, facially, or hair-wise, and so people make a note of that. They go, oh, or behavior-wise, the dog is similar to the person. Because it's similar, they make a connection and go, oh, interesting. It's so interesting that they make a note of it. You have, when you go to stores, shops of all sorts, you have items for sale that are not related to what the purpose of the object is for. Meaning, let's say you have a mirror, and on the mirror says a brand name of some soda, like a fizzy drink. It's not related to the mirror, but it intrigues your mind. The intrigue comes from the similarity that, oh, this drink is being mentioned here, and so it intrigues you. Go, oh. Objects that are dissimilar are made to seem similar by this connection, like slippers that they have in the shape of dogs, hats in the shape of dogs and cats, lions and tigers and bears, So this is a combination between dissimilar objects and made similar, or making a connection because of designing it so that it reminds one of another item, another phenomenal thing, another phenomenon. So the mind, through focus, can find various things that are vaguely related or totally unrelated intriguing. So you might say, an example of one that is something that is totally unrelated. A tutu, a pink tutu, and an elephant are totally unrelated. So that when you see it on, when you see in one of these circuses an elephant wearing a pink tutu, it intrigues the mind because they're totally unrelated, but yet one can say vaguely related because that's an animal and can wear a tutu, and so it intrigues the mind. Plus, because of its opposite nature, but nonetheless, there is a similarity and an unrelatedness mixture in there. So you see, the mind is making connections. That's what's happening between. It's making connections. It's noticing the connections of similar things and dissimilarities. It's making connections of similarities and dissimilar things, saying this item is similar to this in such a fashion, and it's dissimilar in such a fashion. And through this, the mind is busy, engaged, can be mesmerized, is intrigued, making observations. It could be the most simplest thing, like the weight of the object. Similar weights, no matter what item it is. You go, oh, similar weights. Oh, see, finds intrigue and interest. It intrigues the mind. Further example of similar things, how the mind is intrigued by things that are similar. You have collectors of cars, vehicles, cars, whether it's matchbox small cars or model cars or actual cars. You have often collectors engaged in talking about their various parts of their cars and or what year the car is made and what that year car had as far as license plates, headlights, everything in the car. You know, they'll talk about it, everything and anything, and how in the car based on the year, and also how this car is slightly different from the next year model of that same car. And it's the whole thing. The mind is intrigued by it. And then there might be even stories behind why this, why that, you know, why they had this done and why they didn't have. And an intriguing example a friend of mine told me once was in, I believe it was in Mexico. They were trying to sell the Chevy Nova. So the car's make is the Chevy, and the name is called Chevy Nova. Now, they didn't make any sales in Mexico, and the company was wondering why. Very low sales, or no sales, or low sales. They just didn't realize that in Spanish, the word Nova means doesn't go. Buy this car. Chevy doesn't go. As in, it doesn't work. You know. So it's